Hey guys, Pretzel Man 945 here. Welcome back to another video. So I literally, as of a couple minutes ago, just finished watching Kill la Kill, and I have to make a video about it because oh my god, it was so freaking awesome. Kill la Kill is such an awesome show. Um, I this is going to be structured in absolutely no way at all. But I loved like everything about this, honestly. Um everything like oh my god. I don't even know where to fucking start. Okay, the animation. Holy hell, this has got to be some of the best and craziest fucking animation I've ever seen. Like, this makes JJK season 2 look like fucking Dragon Ball Super levels by comparison. Because the insane quality and just how absolutely bonkers it was, and the action sequences being so good, and the color of everything, and the way that everything moved at a fucking million miles a second, it was absolutely mind blowing. Um, and then talking about the action, oh man, the action was so good. There were so many incredible fights in this show. Like between Ryuko and the Elite Four, and then towards the very end, it was so hype. Um, Also, this show has got to have the hypest transformation sequences of any anime I've ever seen. Because like the entire just transformation sequence, it's so like extra and exaggerated, and I love it. It's so cool. Everything about this show is so cool. The openings are really good. The OST is a banger. Um, Now to get to the story. So the everything about the plot is just freaking like absurd and crazy. So, it starts with the main character, Ryuko, um, who is, of looking to avenge her father, by finding out who his murderer is. And she traces the clues to Honoji Academy, which she ends up, starting to attend or transfers to. Um, and it has these crazy things called culture uniforms, and it's like this crazy school where they're all like in absurdly loyal for like no reason to Satsuki Kiryuin, who's like the daughter of the Kiryuin clan, which like makes a clothing company, which like is the largest clothing company in the world, and the Kiryuin conglomerate is like the head of this Reebok company, and um and she makes a friend named Mako Mankanshoku, who is easily one of the craziest, most high energy anime characters I've ever seen. Like the way that she just is doing constant word vomit like a million miles a minute is just it's so hilarious and absurd, and there are so many things in this show that are just completely absurd and insane. Like the absurd names for all the kanji showing up, and like all these ridiculous clubs that Ryuko has to fight her way through, and the fact that her teacher is a secret member of this organization called Nudist Beach. You have to say it that way because it's just so extra. And and then like the way that uh Ryuko kind of slowly builds herself up by like discovering the Kamui, And then like, having that entire episode where like they had to be like perfectly on time. That was so absurd. And then like that entire episode where they got promoted because the Fight Club and whatnot, like making money and shit like that. Um, the plot just goes in so many insane directions, but it's also structured so well. Like, the fucking what do you call it? Like, learning more about like how the commies work and seeing how they develop, and like Ryuko's development is just amazing as she learns more and more about herself and about everything around her. Nui Harume has got to be is a new addition to my most hated anime characters ever, because man, she's real easy to hate. Um, and oh, dude, the entire build up to the plot twist that like Ryuko, like number one, all the lore about like life fibers and the original life fiber and all this crazy shit. Um, and and then it building up to two plot twists. Number one, that um Ryuko is Ragyo Kiryuin's second daughter, the one that was thought to have died, and Ichimatoi is actually Soyor, I can't remember his exact name, Kiryuin, who was Ragyo's husband and also the father, and he founded Nudist Beach and changed his entire identity and body shape and developed Senketsu and the the scissor blades all to oppose her. It's craziness. And then seeing the like uh Ryuko and Satsuki have that their rivalry has got to be like one of my new favorites in all of anime now. I mean, to and then how that eventually and then how she ends up getting mind control and abandoning Senketsu, and then we're in Junketsu, and then they end up fighting, and then she like tears it off after they like reach into her mind and like manage to set her free, um and and then the final battle, oh my god. Everything about this show was so freaking epic. And yet, out of everything I said, that's not even my favorite thing, because the biggest talent of this show, like I mentioned, there's an episode where basically Mako like starts her own fight club, and it's this crazy, absurd thing. Um, but like this results in like Mako's family and Ryuko like getting essentially plummeted upward through the ranks of wealth as her like Goku uniform increases. And what's fascinating about this episode is it like suddenly just like drastically slows down the pace, and it suddenly becomes like so character vivid, like the way that it's focusing on each character and the way that they're just like completely becoming such rich snobs. And I think that is, to me, the biggest strength of the show, is the fact that despite the fact that there is so much completely batshit insane things going on, like one second after another, there will also be these kinds of like slow down moments as well. And all of that is perfectly balanced. Like Nothing ever feels out of place. Nothing ever feels, like it comes out of nowhere or there's any like sudden transitions. Everything feels natural, which honestly, to me, is such an incredible feat when there's so many just absolutely bonkers things going on literally every second in this show. Um, so yeah, this show is epic. It is freaking awesome, and everything about it is so insane and cool, and I absolutely loved it. And I highly recommend giving it a watch because it is such a fun and awesome show. I loved it. That's going to be all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.